Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing another episode of colonizing the entire solar system. So last episode we did the Jupiter system, so Jupiter, all of its 4 Galilean moons, and we got quite a nice system built up. I see Jupiter's colour for some reason, that's all fixed since last episode now, maybe just a fresh reload of the game fixed it. As we can see, Jupiter's looking very nice compared to the way it was at the end of last episode. So I don't know, the lighting was really weird on it, but it looks like it's sorted itself out now, and I gotta say I'm really pleased with the way that's turned out. I think that looks so good. So there's Jupiter. Then if we go to the first moons, we've got Io over here. It's currently at 9 degrees, got a nice spread of water on it on that old volcanic surface there. Still got a bit of a yellowy atmosphere going on there. Then we have Europa, obviously an all ocean world. I mean, it can't be anything else, it's all made of water anyway, so there it is, so an all-ocean world at Europa. Next up we have Ganymede over here, so the largest of the moons. So as we can see, nice ocean spread across Ganymede's surface as well, slight green tint to it as well. And then lastly, Callisto, at the very end there, the bluest one. It's currently at 0.1 degrees, but this one's got a very sort of deep green going with it, with a nice load of oceans to boot with it as well. So I've got to say I'm really happy with the way Jupiter's turned out. So there's all of that. And moving on to today's episode though, so Saturn is going to be our goal for today. But before we get onto Saturn, there's one thing that we need to cover, and that is the moon. As I received a comment in Discord from a guy called Guy in a Chair 2, and he put, "Hi, I was looking at the Colonizing the Solar System video. You're talking about the moon not being able to hold water. The solution is to increase its density. So we're going to try that now. So moon, here we go." So yeah, massive thank you to Guy in the Chair for sending us that. So here's the moon currently. It still looks pretty good, honestly, but obviously there is no water actually hidden there. So what we need to do is density. So we need to do something here. So what actually does Mars have? Because I don't really play. I've never really played with densities. So Mars has 3.93. Okay, so what does the moon have? 3.34. Okay, so I hope this doesn't change the radius. But if I just do that, so I've just times it up by 2. Will that help? Honestly, I don't understand how this will work. So anyways, let's give it a shot. So let's just add water straight to it. Let's see. No, it's still losing it though. Yeah, it won't hold it, unfortunately. So I mean, we tried, but yeah, I don't see the way that's working. So I'll just put it back to the way it was. Oh, I hope I didn't change the size on it there. Oh, it's 1 moon. Okay, radius. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was a worth trying to. But the solution is to increase it to Mars gravity, though the orbit of the moon has to be closer to Earth, otherwise it will eject into deep space. I'd put it in a... Okay, so you have to change the orbit and stuff. Yeah, but we've just tried it there, though. It hasn't been able to hold water. I mean, what we could try just going to make it more dense. So that actually makes the moon smaller. But will that help the water? No, it's still losing it, though. I mean... Yeah, we want obviously a nice amount to cover the moon, but yeah, it's still going to lose that very slowly. So yeah, we don't want that. We want it to be perfect, basically. So let's just put that back to, what is it, 1 moon? So that's what it should be. So yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot though. Yeah, thank you for the idea, but yeah, I don't seem to understand how this is supposed to work. So okay, we'll leave the moon now. Hopefully we can come back to that. But anyways, onto Saturn's system structure. In case that did actually mess up anything with the moon, I'm just gonna reopen the sim and we'll just start from scratch again. So okay, there we go. So cool. Right, Saturn. So obviously what we need to do is Saturn, like we did with Jupiter last episode, we need to replace Saturn with the regular Saturn so we can have the moons, because we can't do it with this variant. So let's replace object, put the regular Saturn in. Then what we need to do as well, like we did with Jupiter, we're going to get rid of all the minor moons, so everything up to Mimas. I will try Mimas. I don't know how successful it's going to be, because obviously it's a lot smaller than the moon is, so it could be a struggle to do, but we'll give it a shot. So okay, add the moons, voila. Okay, so the Saturn has a lot, and I mean a lot, so yeah, that's going to be quite difficult to do. So go all the way down here. So what we need to do is, Saturn is currently the largest planet in the system as well. Fun fact there, because Jupiter is now reduced due to its upgraded size. Okay, so Enceladus, Mimas. Okay, so everything from Hyperion and smaller, we don't want any of that, because they're not large enough. They're not major moons, and we're only doing major moons. So where are we gone? Let's go back to the list. Okay, so we should have everything up to. So there's Juno. That's orbiting the sun, actually. Mimas. There we go. Cool, Enceladus, high G. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, back to Saturn. Major moons activated. So we got rid of all those asteroids, and now we have the proper moons. So, all the way up to Iapetus, which is the furthest one. So, Saturn. What we'll do is we'll save the sim as well, because we don't want to undo our progress. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Voila. Okay. Looking good. So, first of all, Saturn, the planet itself. We are obviously going to need to lose a lot of that hydrogen first. So, without further ado, Saturn, it's got to be bye-bye. We need to lose all of that. And there you go. So, Saturn reduced to a rock. So, there it is. That's what Saturn looks like underneath now. Okay, so, and actually, so we don't have that weird glitch, I'm just going to keep saving and reopening the simulation every so often, because Jupiter had that really weird lighting glitch last episode, and that was really annoying. So I'm just going to save it, reopen it, just so we can constantly just have fresh opens of the game, of the simulation. So there we go. Right, I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we'll give it a shot. So Saturn. First of all, we need an atmosphere. So what we know roughly where we need to go with this. So we're going to go up to 2 ATMs to begin with. I mean, a little too much. So 1.2. Okay, and obviously we need the zone on for this. So go all the way over here. Now you know the drill. So we need to obviously turn this up a lot. So we need it a lot more than what Jupiter. Because if we look at Jupiter had let's see, Jupiter had 105 atmosphere layers. So Saturn, we're going to need a little more than that. So where are we? So down here. So we're going to need to times up 128. No, we just need to go even more. We want it roughly there, I'd say. Okay, lower the albedo just a tad. Right. Okay. So I'm hoping Saturn, this is straight to 0 degrees. Doing that. See, that's what Jupiter did. That is so strange. Why does it do that? So, it's still losing it, though, so we need a bit more, I think. So lower the albedo a bit more. Turn up the atmosphere layers. We'll tune it up a bit more. 280. What is going on up there? What is all this? Okay, right. Very strange. But what we'll do is we'll start checking out the atmosphere, stats atmosphere. We'll try and keep it original to Saturn sort of shades. We'll go the yellow. Clouds will go white. City lights up those on. Okay. We need Saturn to sort himself out now, because this is... Oh, it is warming up as well. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. So, let Saturn do it. Oh no, it's cooling down. No! Why are you doing that? Oh, right. Okay. Still contains a lot of water, Saturn, so we're actually going to need to remove a lot of that. This could be a pain. Okay. It's really weird how it does that, so... Okay, let's try just going up a bit more. I mean, where are we? So we're in the... Let's try going into the red zone then, somewhere there. So tad more. 360. Still getting too cold. See, I don't know why it does that. Oh, see, it warms up, and then it gets cold again. Why is he doing that? What is that all about, Saturn? Come on. Okay, so let's try a save and a reopen again. I do not understand why it does that. See, that's definitely a bug, because it shouldn't just immediately go hot, super hot like that when its average temperature is only 1 degree. That just doesn't make sense. So, okay, let's try that. So, fresh open. I mean, that's all I can think of really. So, there we are. No, it's still not having it. That's so strange. Okay, what we'll do is, though, I'm going to spray just material. I'm going to throw some water on him and see if it... I know it already contains water, but I just want to try seeing if that will do anything. So, let's see. I mean, I'm not really expecting it to do much, but it's worth a shot. I mean, that... Whoa. Okay, so adding water makes it hotter? How does that work? I don't get that. So, what is that all about? So you can see it's cooling down now. So let's see. So is that a load of nonsense? So it says 2,100 there. But in here... No, it says... Okay, so why is it 0? Okay. Interesting. Very, very strange. I do not get that at all. What is all this about? I mean, that is pretty weird. Get the atmosphere going up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Nice shade of yellow there. So I want it to keep that sort of Saturn sort of shade. So try and keep the original colour of what the planet looked like. I think it would look good. So let's lower some of this water down, because there's a lot of water there. So let's just actually go over fresh. Let's just remove all the water that was originally on it. And just go, what we'll do is we'll melt all as well. Get rid of all that ice. Okay, why can't I see any surface now? What's going on? Oh, it's all ocean. Hey! Get down out of here. Right. Good. That's a little too much for my liking. Let's lower that down. Right. Now, let's see. So, 273 degrees. I don't get that. 0 degrees. Let me guess it does that again. Yeah, why does it do that? That makes no sense to me. And let's look in here. So now it does say 0.4. That is so strange. That is so weird. I do not get that logic at all. And let me guess, if we add water, is it just going to make it... Oh, yeah, see, that is so weird. How does it do that? It goes up to 1,000 degrees. Just lower that down, man. Get out of here. So that is unbelievably strange. So maybe Saturn just needs to do its thing. But we still need to try and work out the opportune temperature to keep Saturn at. Because we still haven't really got it where we want it. So, say 400. Just trying to just get a bit of... So that is warming up. We can see that is clearly warming up. So what we'll do is we're going to let Saturn do its thing. Just let it cool down. So Saturn's currently forming, I guess. So there we are. Anyways, on to Mimas for the time being. So this one I think is going to be really difficult because Mimas is one of those little micro objects. So I don't even know if we can add an atmosphere to this. Can we? Oh, we can. Okay. 180 m. Okay, that's blacked him out. Okay, let's get that out of here. So let's do that. Go, Mimas. We didn't go that. Then I'm assuming if we just... How is this going to work? There's no way Mimas can hold on to us. Surely not. I mean, if it does, that'd be very interesting. But I think as soon as we actually give it temperature, it's not going to last very well. So, I mean, if it can actually hold on to just a bit like that, I mean, I'd be very interested to see how that plays out. So, Mimas. Well, it's 0 degrees. Yeah, it's going to get cold, isn't it? So, yeah, it's already losing material. I can see, yeah, that's going to be... I'm not going to touch Mimas. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It's going to be a more frozen world, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get that to work, I don't think. Let's go back to minus 200 or whatever it was, just to keep... So it keeps the water on it. I think... Oh, what's all this? Get out of here. Okay, I think that's got rid of it, but... Yeah, I do not see a way to get Mimas working. I think it's just too small to be able to work. And I think that's the same with Enceladus as well. They're those little micro objects. They don't even cover up the whole image up here. But again, Enceladus, I mean, the best we can do is add an atmosphere to it, really. I mean, can't really do much else because it is too small. It is way too small. So, anyway, surface pressure will just go 180, yeah, nice and easy. Go have a whiter shade on Enceladus, why not? There you go. Something like that, I guess, and then I guess we can add some surface water to it, but that will see freeze. So, I mean, Enceladus is mostly a lot of water in it anyway, so we'll give it a nice big patch of water. Let it sort itself out there. Okay. So at least it can look somewhat colonised, is the sort of look we're going for here, I guess. So, I mean, I can't really think of any other way to really do it, because there's no way. Without changing massive orbits or increasing the mass and stuff, which would ruin the surface texture, I might add, I think. So, yeah, I don't see a way we can do that. But now, moving on to the slightly larger moons. Instead of this, Tethys. Tethys is one we can do. It's far enough away, it's larger. We can definitely try Tethys. So, again, same procedure. So, we're going to go with 180M. That's roughly where we're going to sit for most of these. Turn this up, right? Okay, so this is one we're going to try and go for. So 400. So let's see roughly where Tethys is going to sit. So somewhere there, maybe? Yeah, somewhere there. Put it to 0 degrees. Let's see where Tethys... Okay, so... Ooh, okay, so it's slowly doing its thing. Let's get rid of this atmosphere, because that is way too thick. Have a nice sort of pale blue shade. Okay. Right, now I want to try adding water to this. I think we do need to increase the mass, though. I think that's definitely going to need an increase. So we'll go to density. We're going to lock the radius. The mass we're going to times up to something a little larger. I think that should be enough. It's usually around 0.1 Earth is roughly where it would be. So let's give this a shot. So material, water. Let's try and fill up the crater. Whoa, that's a lot. Oh no, Tethys! That's, well, we can see some city lights on Saturn over there, but... Okay. That's a big splodge of water. I mean, maybe the particle mass is too much. I mean, let's just lower that, I guess, but... Lower the stuff. Okay, so Tethys, that's taken a big hit of water. So let's see how Tethys sorts itself out there. So you can see it's got a lot of some ocean, got some land. There's the big crater on it. That's pretty cool. Where's our clouds? What are our clouds? There we go. Pasty up. There you go, Tethys. What do you think of that? Okay. Interesting. Maybe just a little less water. I think we may have overdone it. There you go, Tethys. What's that? Any better? Where's our water gone? Oi. I think it's got, because of this Tethys texture, it does make it look a little weird, but it does have the water on it. So there you are. So if I actually take the water off, so there you go. So it does have water on it. It's just shallow water. But there you go. So Tethys does have it. There's a bit of land up here where it's a little drier, but yeah, okay. So Tethys has got a bit of water going on. So there we go. And obviously we can make it deeper if we need to. But I do want to try and keep a bit of a land shown, but it's just going to be quite hard to get it in the exact spot we want. So let's actually just try adding water to it again. Just a very low mass. But I do want to try and see if we can do this. So let's try again. Just a tiny little splodge. Even just a little splodge like that does a lot to it. So there you are. Just lower the mass down, lower the particles. Just little splodges of it. Just try and fill up some of the craters, I guess. Oh, do not want any material floating around the system. Oh, that's so annoying. Remove particles and it removes my camera. Oi, right, Tethys. Okay. So it does have the water on it. It's just very hard to see because Saturn's moon's textures are a little funny when you have water. They always have been. Oh, god damn. Go away. That's annoying. Right. Oh, see, just one little big splodge of it. Let's just shoot that. There you go. I'm just going to leave it like that. You can see, yeah, it's got a bit of green on it as well. But there we go. I'll leave Tethys like that. So that's still a world that's sorting itself out. Let's put atmosphere and clouds back on. There you go, Tethys. Right, okay. Just give it an interface so we know we've sort of done him. There you are, okay. Enceladus is there. Was Enceladus in Mimas' orbits always like that, or has that already caused problems? I want to say that their orbits have changed. I think Tethys is going to cause problems with its mass. That could be I don't know. Did Mimas and Enceladus always have orbits like that? I don't know. Anyways, next up we got Dione, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll save as we go, just in case. Saturn's still not cooled down yet. It's so weird. Where are we, Saturn? Come on. What are you doing? So it's still working itself out. Minus 37 degrees? What are you doing? Warm up. I mean, how much do you need to do to it? I mean, that's so strange. If I just lower the albedo all the way down. Infrared's already high. Got up to, I don't know, 500 worth now. It's still getting cold. 0 degrees. There you go. So it warms up. There is something strange going on. It warms up and then it cools down. See, why is it doing that? It's 15 degrees. Maybe it gets stuck and then it goes down again. See, I don't understand. Let's just see how Saturn sorts itself out now. Okay, right. Anyways, Enceladus, Tethys, Dione. Where's Dione? Dione, yeah. Okay. Right. So again, same protocol view. We need to increase your mass because that is not going to work otherwise. I'm going to lock the radius. This needs to times up. So go 0.1 roughly as well. Okay, Dione, hello. Dione's had a change of texture. I don't remember it looking like that, but it looks cool. So there's Dione. Okay. Surface. Then atmosphere. Again, we're going to go with we'll go something a little different. 0.89. Get the weird blacked out atmosphere. There we go. Get out of here. We'll go with a more Marsy looking atmosphere to it. Why not? City lights, yeah. Pearl red. Okay, and then atmosphere layers. I need a lot of those. I'll go up to like 500, I guess, straight into the action. Let's go a little more, somewhere there. That should be enough to get Dione warmed up. 0 degrees. 10 degrees. Can it sort itself out? I mean, oh yeah, like, I remember like the other moons, they kind of got stuck, didn't they? So let's just leave it at 10. Just let it do its thing. Okay. And then material. Right, slow things down big time. Splosh some little water drops. Oh, where'd that go? What's all that about? Is that a little more? Oh. Probably because it's got that weird sort of effect of all the surface being the same sort of layer, so let's just fire a bigger load. Well, that's so strange. There you are. Yeah, so it looks like Tethys, all the surface is quite flat, so it just covers up the whole thing. And I think all the Saturn's moons do that. They always have. Whenever you add water to them, they just flood completely. So maybe they're destined to all be water worlds. I mean, yeah, I just don't think they have their elevation sorted out in the game, so that's why. And then let's go to clouds. Turn those on. Cool. Let's go something a little different. We'll go with some thick clouds on Dione. Why not? Okay. And let's do this thing, I guess. Where are we? 304 degrees. What's that all about? Oi. I didn't tell you to do 300 degrees. Go back to 15. There you go. See how you do there, Tethys. Yeah, I'm liking it. It looks good. Something a little different. Still keep an eye on those orbits. We'll keep saving as we do, like we say. So there you go. Okay, next up we got Rhea, I think it is. So, anyway, Saturn, how are you doing? Is it still cooling down? I don't understand that. You put it to 20, it increases, then it gets stuck, and it goes down again. It's so strange. It's definitely something to do... Yeah, there's orbit problems. But there's definitely something to do with turning it back from a gas giant. It really upsets it for some reason. I do not get why it does that. I think the only way we're going to make this work is since we just saw the orbits interact, we need to make Mimas and Enceladus closer to Saturn. I think that's the only way this is going to work. So let's make those guys closer. I mean, they won't have they're quite small, so they won't really interact with each other much. I'm hoping that will hopefully do things a little better. Saturn's rouge limit won't do anything because these are already quite small, so there's not much material to destroy. So okay, let's try that. Anyway, Rhea. So the next moon, I think this is the second largest of Saturn's moons. It's already 0.12 Earths in radius. It's just the mass we need to have a little word with. So let's. Oi! Blast! I didn't want to do that. That's completely. Let's reopen. Change the radius. I want to try and keep the radius as the same as possible. So, okay, there we are. So we need to decrease these again, because I didn't save that, did I? So, lower that down. Somewhere there for you, and then for Enceladus. Down here for you as well. Cool. Right, and then I'm going to save. And, yeah. Cool. Good. Very nice indeed. What if I try and Saturn? What if I just try and freeze all while it's... Maybe that will cool it... So I don't know if that will cool it down or not, but I just want to see if it does anything. I really don't know what to do with Saturn. It's so weird and buggy. So, there we are. Okay. Dione's done. Right, yeah, Rhea. Cool. We need to let time play and just let Saturn cool itself down as well, I think. But anyways, Rhea. So, what we need to do here is we need to... Density, we're going to lock that. Now we can increase the mass up. So... That should be enough. Okay. Cool. So now, let's slow things down. I think we're going to have the same... I mean, this is going to be the same. It's just going to flood the whole surface when we add the water, because they don't have any... You know, they do not have any surface or elevation. So, it's always been a weird one, that has. We in the red. Let's try and go... Put it there, I guess. Let's go straight to 20 degrees. I'll keep it weird. Have a set temperature. Atmosphere and clouds. Clouds are on. Atmosphere, let's fade that out. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Why not? Something like that. And then we need to simply just add some water. So, yeah. Okay. Big split. Yeah, it's going to be the same again. Yeah, let's do it. We'll try and fire it in like the north and south spots, but let's just see how that... I think it's just going to cover the whole thing. It's all the same elevation, so... Maybe we have Rhea as our ocean world in here. Or maybe it does have some elevation. Look, you can see maybe it's a bit... I don't know. We'll let Rhea sort itself out. See what we can do. So, what's all this orbit? The orbits are alright, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Maybe we have slightly greener clouds as well. Okay, so the orbits are a little dodgy. I'm going to put Rhea a little... We're just going to give Rhea... Yeah, its orbit is changing. We're going to just give it a little further out. Keep an eye on those with a firm hand, I think. And then Dione, we're going to give you just a slight buff as well, just to slowly expand. Just for orbital sake. I don't want to do this, but yeah, we kind of have to. So hopefully that will make the moons behave. But Rhea a little further out. Okay, next up we've got Titan. So this is obviously this is probably the one that we've all been looking forward to. This is the moon with the most potential in reality as well. So what we need to simply do for Titan is this one already has an atmosphere. It's already got a very nice atmosphere we need. So what we need to simply do at Titan is just get some temperature going. So where are we? So surface, atmosphere. Where are we? Infrared. So what we need to do is need some layers. It's got an atmosphere already nicely done. Atmosphere mass 1.18 Earth. We're going to leave that alone. Let's put the zone on. Yep. And then we need to simply give Titan some temperature. So there you go. And that should hopefully immediately start to warm it up. So 0 degrees. And it's warming up. Perfect. So we'll just times it up a bit. Get some temperature going. That's a little too... Okay, 18. See how Titan does itself there. Okay. Cool. It's already got its nice orange trail, so we leave that alone. Now, atmosphere. Obviously, Titan's atmosphere is like Venus. Very, very thick. So what we need to simply do here is... Look, opacity needs to calm down a bit. Don't want to go all the way down. But we need to have a bit less atmosphere going on. We've got some clouds in there as well. City lights on. Clouds. It's got its special coloured clouds as well, Titan has. They always come with it. You never see them, but they are in the game's programming to give it these special coloured clouds. So we'll leave those, keep them the way they are. So like Venus, we'll have it with its... We'll try and keep it with its sort of thick-looking design. So something like that. And now we need to simply do is add some water. Now, Titan, like the other moons, doesn't have a surface map. So as soon as you add water to it, it should just flood the whole thing. So... And it's already large enough to retain water, so we don't need to do anything to its mass, which is great. So... Let's see how Titan sorts itself out. There's some material in the sky. Let's get rid of that. We'll give Titan just a nice bit of water. So just patches everywhere. Let's see how Titan sorts itself out. But already, Titan's looking pretty good. It's looking very nice. So I'm liking it. So let's see how Titan eventually sorts itself out with the water. Oh, it does look good. I really like the way that's looking. Maybe a little more water. Maybe it does have a surface map now. It looks like the water is sort of staying where it is. I do not know. But I don't remember it ever having a surface map, so let's give it a little more water in the south as well. Why not? Here we are, and then again in the north. Cool. Okay. Just a few other splats around as well. Link up some of the lakes, get a bit of a bigger ocean going. Okay. Looking underneath, this is what we got. So let's got 2 eyes there. Let's fill those in. Go. Okay, so we'll let Titan sort himself out, but that's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Cool. Just let time play, let Titan's waters slowly work themselves out. The thick clouds on that are looking great. There's still some material, let's get rid of that, we do not want that in here. How are we doing at Saturn? So the moon, yeah, okay, the moons are looking comfortable, I guess. What moon's this? This is Rhea, isn't it? Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm a little concerned with those orbits, but it's the best we can really do. I mean, as long as we keep saving, we can always go back if we see any problems, so we'll do that. Okay, cool. But Saturn, what is going on with Saturn? Come on. It's still not having it. That's so strange. Something hit Saturn, what's that all about? We haven't lost the moon, have we? Tethys. Where's oh. Mimas is being... Oh no, Mimas is there. I don't know what. Enceladus, Mimas, Tethys, Dione, Rhea. Okay, I don't know what that collision's all about. But Saturn, what is going on? Cool yourself, man. Cool down. Chill out. 0 degrees. See, look, what is that? What is all this? Oh my god. What if we... I don't know, would that even do... Let's just completely remove the water. Just get all that water out of here. Melt. Remove. No water on Saturn at all. It's all gone. That's so strange. I don't know what's going on with Saturn. Why is it doing that? What's all these collisions all about? That's so weird. Right, anyways, moving on. Iapetus. Last of the moons, the furthest away out of all the majors. So, increasing the mass on here should not be an issue. So, do this. Put this straight up to 0.1 again. There we are. Roughly there. Atmosphere on. So, if we go down here. Yeah, it's annoying the game limits what we can do with the water, I have to say. That is quite annoying. Anyways, let's go up to... Yeah, let's go to... Just go 180M on this one. Nice and simple. Infrared all the way up. Put this up to 580. Go with a warmer one, maybe. That's a little close. I don't know. Somewhere there. And all the way down again. Atmosphere. Get that out of here. What shade are we thinking? Maybe why not a greenish shade? Something like that. Why not? Clouds, yes please. Put those all the way on. Let's go with some weird stormy clouds. Why not? Right, now, water. Let's get you added on. Now, I don't know. Can we actually customize the surfaces? We haven't done that on any of it yet. We can go back. Custom. No, it doesn't have it. Yeah, these when you put some textures to custom, they just go all funny. So we'll leave those the way they are. I think that's the best thing. What is going on with Saturn? Look, there's another collision mark. What has hit it? Mimas, Enceladus. Nothing has hit it. So what is all this all about? What is that? What's all this? I don't get it. Saturn is so strange with what's going on. It's even weirder than what Jupiter was doing in the last episode. But if anyone knows a fix to this, it's definitely something with converting a planet back to a gas giant, or back to a rocky planet, I should say. So it's so strange. I do not have any idea why it does that. That is really annoying. So, okay, right. Back to you anyway. So let's go ahead and add the material. Slow down time. Press play. Okay, right. South Pole. Gonna have a load of water in there. So you see how that water spreads across, see how it fills up. Okay. That may have been a bit overkill, but there it is. Okay. Let's actually look underneath, see what we got. So, there's a bit in the top. Oh, it's flooding, it's filling up. Oh no. Too much water. There you are, something like that. How about that? It's still quite heavy on oceans, but it has got its surface there. I think that's probably the way to go, and it's got nice clouds. Iapetus looking good. Very nice. Oi, temperature 15 degrees. There you go. Right, that's all the moons. Titan, yeah. Look at. Oh, hang on. Where's our water and Titan gone? Oi, Titan. Where's our water gone? Oi, what's going on here? It's got the mass, hasn't it? Or maybe it doesn't have the mass. I thought it would have. I thought Titan would have had enough, but no, it needs to have more. There we go, 0.18, that should be enough to get it going. Oh no, did I not lock it? Oh god. We'll just replace it for new Titan, that's fine. Oh, that's so annoying. It's annoying, change one number, it changes all the other ones. Hang on, why is Planet 9 in front of Pluto? That doesn't normally happen. I've not seen that before. Right, Titan. Does it appear like that in the menu, out of curiosity? Let's have a look. Come on, game, open the menu. Oh yeah, Planet 9's in front of Pluto now. What? I didn't used to do that. How very interesting. It's annoying I can't fit them all on one line, but Planet 9 is there, so they've swapped round. Didn't know that. Okay, well the more you know, I guess. Right, Titan. Let's do you properly this time. So what we need to do is composition, density, we lock the radius, mass goes up to 0.18, whatever. There we go. Cool. This turns down. Then we want clouds on. We want thick clouds. And then surface, we want our ATM to power up a bit. Lower the albedo down. And then here we need layers. Infrared all the way up. This all the way up. We're going into the redder zones. Yep. Good. Put it up to, I don't know, 15 straight away. Now we should be add some nice water to it, so let's do that now. Titan, there you go. Right, so nice splodge in the south, and then in the north. quite like doing it that way. I think it looks good. Then some nice sort of areas in the middle to really fill her up. So, okay, now Titan, let's sort yourself out now, man. Let's do it. Cool. Looking good. But there we go. So also we've got some nice islands and stuff going on actually. So let's see how that sorts itself out. So Titan. Right. Saturn yourself. Now what do we do with Saturn? It's still been an absolute menace and will not cooperate at all. So honestly, the one thing I wish the game had is a temperature lock. That is, if there was a temperature lock, it would make life so much easier for doing stuff like this. It'd be almost no challenge having just any sort of temperature range lock, so it can't go below 0. It can't go so like a water lock, so the temperatures can always support water or anything like that. It'd be very useful. But Saturn, what is going on with this? I think we need to just let time play out. Keep the moon, keep an eye on the moon orbits as well. I'm just going to save as well. Okay, cool. And I'm going to keep an eye on Jupiter's moons as well, because we are doing simulation time here. So I'm going to keep an eye there, and they're in good positions as well. Jupiter's moons, please be cooperating. Galileo moons are fine. Cool. There's still got one massive Jupiter here. That's not going to, nothing's going to get past that. That's the dominant object. So, okay, right. Keep an eye on this. So I just need you to cool down, Saturn. Just cool down, man. Come on. And what I do want to do is add water manually as well. So I'm going to just do this. Do it this way. See, look, why does it do that? Why does water add temperature? Like, what is that all about? So strange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the planet itself with a fresh Saturn, and we're going to see if it does the same nonsense. So I'm going to do that. If I do the whole thing pause, oh, that's a bit close, isn't it? So let's now do this. Move that. Get this out of here as well. Oi. Okay, so a fresh Saturn in the middle. And we're just going to spec it up straight away, paused, and we're going to see if it does, see if it still does any weird stuff. So we're going to go up to 15 degrees. Surface. Actually, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go down time really slow. I'm going to save it, reopen it before I start customizing it. Okay, so that's in orbit of the sun, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, fresh Saturn in the middle. I'm going to save. Go into here. Replace. I'm going to go into a separate simulation. It's the only thing I can think of. So, we're going to go to new sim. Do that. Then go back into our sim. Maybe this helps. I have no idea. It's just anything to do with it right now. Saturn should be fresh. It's got some nice city lights for us to have some fun with. Okay. 15 degrees, already nicely done for us. Now we simply go down here. Atmosphere. Saturn, please. Yep. Let's go 180 for you. No surface temperature available. So that's weird. I don't know why it does that. So maybe every few steps we just save it. 625. Yeah. More of the green. Okay, so I'm going to, again, save it and reopen it. Because for some reason, saving and reopening solves a lot of problems in this game. So we're just going to keep doing it. Because we need to have Saturn fixed. We can't do an episode with a Saturn system and not have Saturn fixed by the end of this episode. So we need to actually really see this. So let's do that. We need to really see the process through and make sure Saturn cooperates. Because it is a pest. And I'm guessing Uranus and Neptune are going to do the same thing, so be prepared for more annoying things, I guess. Right, atmosphere, yes. I want to keep your sort of Saturny yellow. Clouds on as well. All the way up. There you go. Saturn has some storms on it, so we'll keep some storms going. Okay, now play. 0 degrees. See, look, again. I haven't done anything. I've not even added water yet, and Saturn straight away is doing this. Why does it do that? Someone please explain why Saturn does that. What if I go back again? So we'll go back in here. So undoing what we've just done. Now if I spec it up with the water first, and all that, so it's when I add the temperature to it, that seems to upset it big time. So as soon as I add temperature, so maybe I just let Saturn just do its thing and just try and get it to, I don't know, I really don't know. It's so bizarre. Storm, yes you go, there's some storms. But for the time being though, we can have Saturn looking good. Maybe I'll just run the simulation for like a while after and just let Saturn cool down or something along the lines of that, just so we can really see it finish. Hopefully, so. It's looking really interesting. What about some rocky, greyish rocky looking area as well somewhere? I do like having the dark greens. I think they look so good. I do quite like that. That's looking quite good actually. Try and have city lights matching the original colour of the planet. So there we go. Okay. I do want the atmosphere a little thicker than that. But temperature, I'm going to completely leave alone. I'm not going to go anywhere near temperature. Somewhere there for Saturn. So it's still got its pale yellow sort of shade that it's always had. Okay, surface. It's all this stuff on the surface that seems to really upset Saturn. So it's got 469. So I'm just going to put it straight to 500. Let's see. So what exactly did Jupiter have? It had... it must be around 200 surely. 105. So Saturn, we're going up to 500 from one jump. Jupiter to Saturn. So that's pretty insane. Lower the albedo down as well. Get it in the red zone. Okay. Now I'm not going to touch Saturn's temperature. We're just going to let Saturn do its own thing. And then we'll come back in the next episode and see how Saturn cooperates. But yeah, none of that glowing hot rubbish. So it's looking good now. So Saturn, what do you think of Saturn? Is that looking good? It's looking a whole lot better than what it was with that glowing hot nonsense. So there we go. Right. So the whole Saturn system done. What do you guys think of that? Does it look better than Jupiter's system or not? Let me know what you think in the comments. But anyways, we'll have a run through them all. So we'll go in chart mode. So the full scale. So Saturn is smaller than Jupiter still. Makes sense. So Jupiter, Saturn. So onto the moons. So we've got Earth, Venus, Mars all the way down here. Mars is still one of the best looking ones in here, I think. Ganymede, Titan. Look at Titan. It looks great. I really like that. I think that looks great. And then let's look underneath the clouds and atmosphere. So that's what it looks like. Oh, that does look interesting. I do want to lower the water just a tad more. Oh, it's a little glitchy with the surface, but yeah, we'll have to roll with it. But yeah, it's keeping its original atmosphere and clouds. So it's kind of like Venus. Venus was in a way. Venus still has its thick clouds, but has a blue. But this has got more of a, still got more of its orange. Maybe we have a tiny, make it slightly more pale atmosphere. Yeah. Just so it looks a little more blue rather than being that toxic-y orange, something like that. Just so it slightly thins out a bit. Then we've got Mercury, still one of my favourites in here. Callisto, looking good as well. Io, Moon, Europa. So we're going past Pluto now, so the smaller moon. So Rhea, obviously the second largest moon of Saturn, still a whole lot smaller than anything else. Or a whole lot smaller than any of the other large objects in the system. So Rhea, this was an all ocean if I remember right. So looking good. It's got a greener shade to it. Then we've got Iapetus, which is the green of the green. So this one's also a pale green. If we look here, way paler. This one's the deeper green. Very happy with the way that is. Stormy clouds, looking good. There's Make. Moving on to the next one, we've got Dione down here. Very happy with the way that is as well. You can see some surface underneath it too. So there it is. We'll see all blue. That's a very shallow ocean. That's why you can still see the surface. There's no actual surface visible above the waterline by the looks of it. Then we have this one here. Again, it's because they all have flat surfaces, so the water covers the whole thing. Tethys, again, pretty flooded with the water. But yeah, looking good. And then lastly, we have Mimas and Enceladus, and these are just two that are just not going to work. They're too small, and if I put larger mass on them, they will not work at all. Where's Enceladus gone? Oh, there it is. Has Enceladus got bigger or has Mimas got smaller? What's going on here? Oh, Mimas has got smaller. I think Rouge Limit maybe have something to do with that. So we may have to have a little look at that next episode, see how that's doing, or finishing touches. But there it is. So Enceladus, it's got an ocean. I mean, if it stays with its ocean, that's fine with me. Even if it's minus temperature, yeah. If it's got an ocean going on, that's cool. And then clouds. A little bit of clouds. Yeah, why not? So Enceladus. And then Mimas is just the weakest link here. It's going to be so hard to get this one to work. But we will come back to it, I think. We do need to come back to it and just see if we can do anything for him. So, that's some clouds, why not? There you are. Okay, but that's the Saturn system for now. So Mimas does need an improvement because it is very close. I mean, we could probably, just to help him out now, give him a slightly bigger... Probably have it as close to Enceladus. I mean, they're so small, they won't have any interactions with each other. So, yeah, something like that. And then what we'll do is, before we forget, save, of course. So, There you go. Done. Job done. So what do you guys think of that Saturn system? I gotta say, apart from Saturn being a pest, I think that went quite well. I'm very happy with the way that's turned out. So yeah, we'll let Saturn sort itself out. But yeah, over at the current moment, it's looking good. So there we are. Cool. But anyways, guys, yeah, with that all said and done, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Colonizing the whole solar system. So that's Saturn. So next up, we've got Uranus and maybe Neptune in the same episode. We'll have to see where we go. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Let's even go for 50 likes on today's video, guys. Also, to make sure to hit that subscribe button helps on the journey to 24,000 as we are getting so close. Let's see if we can hit it before the end of this month. That would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, if that all said and done, make sure you have a great day out there, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.